Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Our lead story, well, the Prime Minister has sounded the poll bugle for 2024. He had a rather whirlwind tour. He visited Surat, where he inaugurated the world's biggest diamond bourse, and then he went to his constituency, Varanasi. But there he had an eye on the southern state of Tamil Nadu with an interesting cultural outreach. Take a look at this report.
आज का दिन सूरतवासियों राष्ट्र के लिए जब प्रधानमंत्री ने इस हवाई अड्डे के नए एकीकृत टर्मिनल को राष्ट्र को समर्पित किया।
From the commercial town in his home state to the holy city, his constituency in Uttar Pradesh, with infra projects worth thousands of crores, launch of welfare schemes and a key cultural outreach, PM Modi's day-long whirlwind tour kicks off the campaign for 2024. His day began in Surat, where he inaugurated a new airport terminal capable of handling nearly 2,000 international and domestic passengers. But the highlight was the launch of this building complex, the world's largest workspace, surpassing US's Pentagon. A state-of-the-art diamond bourse built at a staggering cost of nearly 3,500 crore rupees and spread over nearly 70 lakh square feet of floor area. The one-stop shop for global diamond trading, the new diamond bourse could create almost 1.5 lakh jobs.
साथियों, आज सूरत शहर की भव्यता में एक और डायमंड जुड़ गया है। इस डायमंड की चमक के आगे दुनिया की बड़ी से बड़ी इमारतों की चमक फीकी पड़ रही है।
PM Modi said this is a game changer for the country's economy. The big question now, can this magnificent structure facilitate change on the ground?
जो कार्ट हैं, ये आप देखिए कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कार्ट हैं अत्याधुनिक, ये इस बिल्डिंग के अंदर चलेगी। ये आप देखिए, ये कार्ट हैं, बिल्कुल अत्याधुनिक कार्ट हैं, ई कार्ट हैं। ये इस कॉरिडोर में चलेंगे क्योंकि ये जो पूरी 9 इमारतें हैं, जो 9 बिल्डिंग हैं, ये एक दूसरे से जुड़ी हुई है। यानी आप एक इमारत में प्रवेश करेंगे तो दूसरी इमारत तक आप पहुंच सकते हैं।
A few hours later, as the ghats of Varanasi came to life, PM arrived in his constituency for a 2-day visit. In his big infra push for the sacred town that started with the launch of the tent city earlier this year, the Prime Minister launched 37 projects worth 19,000 crore rupees, including the Varanasi-New Delhi Vande Bharat Express and the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in his welfare outreach.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi first fought elections from Varanasi in 2014, and since then his position has been solidifying in the constituency, and the city has also seen a lot of infrastructural changes here. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to visit here on a 2-day visit, there were chants of Modi Modi all along the route he was traveling by, and the whole route was covered in saffron.
But at the Namo Ghat in Varanasi, with an eye on the southern state over 2,000 kilometers away, the Prime Minister launched the second edition of the Kashi Tamil Sangamam, celebrating the historical and civilizational connection between the north and the south. His address in Varanasi translated live by an artificial intelligence app for the Tamil audience. This cultural outreach amid speculations of the PM mulling over contesting from Rameshwaram in 2024.
तमिलनाडु से काशी आने का मतलब है महादेव के एक घर से उनके दूसरे घर आना। इसलिए तमिलनाडु और काशी वासियों के बीच हृदय में जो प्रेम है, जो संबंध है, वो अलग भी है और अद्वितीय भी है।
The poll bugle has been sounded, with the BJP's Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat bid on display, and with the Prime Minister hitting the campaign road with a string of infra projects and welfare schemes in his armour, the stage is set for the big battle of 2024. With Ravish Ranjan in Surat and Tanish Punjabi in Varanasi, Vedant Agarwal for NDTV. Moving now to the big political showdown over the parliament security breach. Well, the opposition leader, the Congress's leader in Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, has written to the Speaker ahead of the parliament session. Well, this comes a day after the Speaker's letter to members of Parliament. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has made several important points. He has said that this case needs to be investigated thoroughly. He also says that going by historical precedent, the suspended members should be called back to Parliament and their suspension should be revoked. Well, it remains to be seen how this plays out in Parliament, because in the earlier days of the winter session, multiple disruptions have been witnessed and the Parliament now reconvenes on Monday. Moving now to the other big story. Well, business tycoon Sajjan Jindal has denied allegations of rape levelled against him by a 30-year-old woman recently. He has called them false and baseless and has said that he is committed to providing full cooperation throughout the investigation. This is what he said in a statement to NDTV. Now, remember, a 30-year-old woman has accused GSV Group Managing Director Sajjan Jindal of raping her, and an FIR has been registered in this particular case. Now, the complainant said that the crime had taken place in January 2022 in the penthouse atop the company's head office at the Bandra Kurla complex. She also said that the police paid no heed to her complaint earlier this year, after which she was forced to approach the court, which ordered the police to register an FIR. Following the complaint, the accused was booked for rape, assault and intimidation. An investigation is currently underway. Remember, Sajjan Jindal is the managing director of JSW Steel. The victim met Sajjan Jindal in Dubai in 2021 during IPL. Moving now to another shocking story from Maharashtra. A 26-year-old woman was severely injured after her boyfriend, who is the son of a senior bureaucrat, allegedly tried to run her over with his car in Maharashtra's Thane. Now, the accused has been booked over charges of assault. And remember, now the 3 accused in this particular case have been arrested and they will be produced before court on Monday.
Surroundly, the offence has been registered under section 279, 338, 323, 504, 34 IPC, in which primary investigation has been done by the local police station investigation officer, and by the orders of respected Commissioner of Police, Sir Thane. The SIT has been today SIT has formed. The SIT has investigated the detailed technical and the witnesses and whatever the facts which will disclose in the investigation.
And well, this case is now being probed by a special investigation team. Moving now to news from the northeast. Well, the unrest in Myanmar means a refugee crisis in Manipur. And the Chief Minister of Manipur has said that 6,000 Myanmar refugees have fled to Manipur, and he said that we need to have a humanitarian approach towards the refugees. He added that Manipur is giving the refugees food and shelter. Listen in.
जो म्यांमार में अभी अनरेस्ट चल रहा है, वार चल रहा है, तो इसी वजह से काफी रिफ्यूजी मणिपुर का इंडिया का अंदर में आया हुआ है. तो इन कंसल्टेशन विद द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, होम मिनिस्ट्री, हम लोग ये लोग को रिफ्यूजी तो नहीं बोल सकते, लेकिन वो लोग को ह्यूमैनिटी ग्राउंड में हम लोग शेल्टर दे रखा है, खाने पीने दे रहा है, रहने का जगह दे रहा है. ये कल तक में एटलीस्ट 6,000 से करीब 6,000 के करीब आ चुका है. हम लोगों ने और अभी आने का उम्मीद है, तो ये लोग को हम लोगों ने वहाँ पे बायोमेट्रिक वगैरह लेने का सब बंदोबस्त किया हुआ है और एवरीथिंग इज वेल.
Ratndeep Chaudhary is now joining us live on the phone line. So Ratndeep, give us a sense of the extent of the refugee crisis in Manipur.
Well, in Manipur, in the last 1 year, there have been a steady flow of displaced refugees from Myanmar. Remember, not only in Manipur, in Mizoram, their numbers are far higher. In Mizoram, about 30,000 people from Myanmar are being sheltered. Now, there is a 1,600-kilometer long border that India shares with Myanmar in the northeast. It is a porous border. In Manipur, you have a situation where, because of the unrest that has taken place, there were more vigil in the border, and the people who were fleeing the ethnic strife on the other side of the border in Myanmar. Remember, there is a kind of a hostility and fights taking place in the border areas of Myanmar with India, right from the stretch from Manipur to Mizoram, where the forces, the resistance forces in Myanmar are engaged in a very fierce battle with the Myanmarese army, and several hundred people have shifted. Now, the center had asked government of Manipur and government of Mizoram to collect biometric data. In Mizoram, that process is on hold, but Manipur government has claimed that they are continuing with the process. And this is a new revelation, because what the Chief Minister of Manipur has pointed out is that in recent times there have been more influx of these people, and they have been kept in shelters, given food, and their biometric details have been also taken. However, influx of illegal Myanmaris, illegal entry of Myanmaris into Manipur has been a key issue around the violence which has taken place in Manipur. So therefore, the state government is also careful in terms of making sure that they don't mix up with the local population.
Right, Rakdeep, thanks so much for joining us with all those details. Well, after the spell of violence, now the refugee crisis in Manipur. We'll take a short break now. News continues on the other side. Welcome back. Our big NDTV exclusive. Well, Justice B.V. Nagaratna spoke to NDTV's Ashish Bhargav on her journey as a woman justice in judiciary. She also talks about the challenges and the road ahead for the judiciary, and she also has an advice for young women lawyers. Take a look.
So anything advice when you became advocate, and what's your father's advice that time?
He always used to tell me to do the work in time and not to procrastinate. Like they say, do tomorrow's work today and today's work now, because you never know when you're going to get somebody knocking at the doors and you have to serve them. So he said never procrastinate. And the second advice he gave me was that when a case is called, the advocate must be present in court. Absence of an advocate in court would actually prejudice the case. Yeah. So this is the two pieces of advice he gave me.
Ma'am, you have spent too much time in judiciary now. Why women are less in judiciary? Why more women are not coming? In fact, lots of CGIs also spoke about it, but women are less in judiciary.
See, you always know that the legal profession is a male-dominated profession, and therefore for women to continue in the profession, especially when they get married and have children, is difficult. Unless they have support from the family, it would be difficult for a woman to balance between her home, family, children and her practice. Therefore, unless and until there is cooperation from the seniors, from the system as such, and from the family, it would be difficult for women to continue in the practice. As I always say, many women get into the profession, but many do not get up or reach the higher echelons. It is because of the onerous responsibilities of women, both in the profession as well as in the family, that may deter them in not continuing after a point of time. It is a decision that has to be made by the woman by bringing together her family and the system and balancing between both.
Moving now to a heartbreaking story of grit and determination. How a 48-year-old woman from Gurdaspur district who fought for 29 years to prove that her husband was killed in a fake encounter by the Punjab police. Mohammad Ghazali has this report. Dilbir Kaur was just 19 years old and 2 months pregnant in 1994 when her husband Sukhpal Singh, a small farmer and priest, was allegedly kidnapped and murdered to claim the bounty on the head of then militant Gurnam Singh Bandala.
मेरा घर वाला जेड़ा है ना सुखपाल सिंह गुरनाम सिंह बडाले दे नां ते उन्हां दा मुकाबला बनाया रोपड़ जिले लागे ते गुरनाम सिंह बडाला जुंदा जे उन्हां दे नां ते इन्हां नूं चुक के उन्हां ने शहीद कीता
Dalbir Kaur's elder daughter has no memories of her father, as she was also just a year old at the time of the kidnapping and murder.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਪਾਪਾ ਬਾਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸਦੇ, ਥੋੜਾ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਘੱਟ ਵੱਧ ਹੀ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਫਿਰ ਜਿਉਂ-ਜਿਉਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਉਮਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਮਝ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਗਈ, ਫਿਰ ਤੇ ਮੰਮਾ ਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੇਸ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਮੰਮਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਫਿਰ ਹੌਲੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ FIR ਦਰਜ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਵੀ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਇਹੋ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇਨਸਾਫ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਕੱਟੀ ਆ।
But how did this long fight against the fake encounter start? In 1994, the Punjab police team had claimed to have killed a wanted militant, Gurnam Singh Bandala, in an encounter, but he was caught alive in 1998. After this, the family of Sukhpal Singh from Kala Afghana village in Gurdaspur claimed that he was the one killed by the Punjab police official. Sukhpal's family pursued the case and ensured that a probe was ordered under the then Additional Director General of Police J.P. Virdi in 2007. After a lull in the probe due to Virdi's death in 2010, Sukhpal's widow Dalbir Kaur and father Jagir Singh approached the High Court for an inquiry by the CBI in 2013. Responding to this demand, the Punjab police marked another inquiry by the ADGP IPS Sahota. Later in 2013, a special investigation team was constituted by the Punjab police, which concluded that it was stage managed. After its submission in the High Court, a fresh case of destruction and fabrication of evidence and various other sections was registered on October 21st, 2023 in Roopnagar district against Umarangal, the then Deputy Superintendent of Police Jaspal Singh and Assistant Sub-Inspector Gurdev Singh. Dalbir Kaur, who also lost his son, recalls how her mother-in-law started the struggle.
ਮੰਮੀ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹਦਾ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਦਾ ਕਾਊਂਟਰ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, ਰੋਪੜ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਵਾ। ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲਾਸ਼ ਖੜੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਰਦ ਕੀਤੀ, ਮਾਤਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਾ ਪਤਾ ਸੀ। ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਢਿੱਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਲੈ ਗਈ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਵੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਬੇਟਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ।
The story of Dalbir Kaur raises several questions on the working of Punjab police as well as the justice system in our country. And there are many people like Dalbir Kaur who have lost their loved ones during such fake encounters during the days of militancy in Punjab. With colleague Dhyan Chand in Amritsar, in Chandigarh, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.